Part 2 of the Lantern Rite. I'm Maximum 60, and we're here with day 2. Yeah, that was a very bad intro, but is what it is. Anyway, last time we left off, we brought Gaming to his home, and I suppose here we're supposed to walk around Yilong Wharf. Also, before we begin, I guess something that I saw on Twitter recently was like, this is something I found where it's like, originally what would happen, I already got it, it's like you step up here, and like way over there on that pillar there, there'd be a exquisite chest, I guess. You have to like jump across these things, and if you fall or whatnot, that thing disappears. However, I did discover a little cheap trick to that, where it's like, discover a little cheat to that, which is, I feel like I'm not the first person to do so, but,
Let's go. Time is against us.
do so, but I'm going to show it to you guys, in case you guys come to see me first. Just use Kutching skill like
Don't
this,
blink. Hey!
over there, there, and get there. There, like so. Yeah, she has the dull blade on because, I think the blade I originally gave her, I gave to someone else. I plan building her up eventually. Where the hell is Venti? Yeah, Venti's not leveled either.
Didn't keep you waiting, did I?
Mostly because whenever I use him in the Abyss, it's like, I only keep him up long enough to use his burst, I don't keep him up longer, so it's like, I don't have to worry about, oh.
Collecting rare and exquisite treasures. Yes, this seems...
What are you doing here?
Hello there, Cloud Retainer. I'm still struggling to pronounce your name right, your human name right.
The way you speak, one might have presumed you were displeased to be in one's presence.
Greetings, Xianyun.
Take note, Paimon. You could learn a thing or two about how to respect your elders.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Just the area around this place, I'm just gonna spend a lot of my free time just going over the rooftops of this town, just find any, like, stray chests I can find.
Ugh, starting on the elder stuff already, huh? Shouldn't you be back in your cave tinkering away at some kite-related thingamabob or something? What brings you out here? And what's with that huge box next to you? Ah! Paimon gets it. You're here to do some shopping, aren't you?
And what of it? The Qixing's decision to integrate Fontanian technology into said kite-flying competition is of no consequence to oneself. Did you expect one to willfully compete against the whimsical trends of worldly sentiment, or perhaps even fall to petty sulking over such?
It's not that we think those things exactly. That's just what Mountain Shaper and Mooncarver told us, or Chia something and Ho. Paimon can't be bothered to remember what their aliases were called. Anyway, they went to Liyue Harbor to look for you. They even asked us to pass along their regards if we ran into you.
Oh, huh.
Tianyin?
Did she forget about them?
It appears time has quite flown since one's arrival in Liyue Harbor. How could one have forgotten about those two old fossils? One shall have to bring them back some divine herbs to atone for this slight. Nay, given that one has ventured all this way to Yilong Wharf, tea would be more advisable. A great thought has illuminated one's mind once again. One is reminded that certain purchases have yet to be made. Perhaps you two could wait here whilst one performs this task. It'll be but a moment.
Huh? Wait, here? You really just gonna ditch us here to watch your stuff?
Apparently.
Oh, that woman really just does whatever she wants.
Let me see. Let me go see what she does to you. I'll leave the stuff watching to you.
Hey, not you too, Traveler! Oh, all this Paimon ditching is super not appreciated.
A lot of people could use a break from you at least once.
Just come back soon, okay? Paimon doesn't want anyone to try and steal his stuff.
Welcome. Please have a look around. We only sell teas of the finest quality, sourced directly from Chaoying Village. Might I recommend the Sunglo variety? It's one of our specialties.
Now, that sounds promising. One will bring some back for those old fossils, and all will be well.
Really, either?
2 boxes will do.
Wonderful. By the way, we're actually running a special Lantern Rite promotion. Buy 3 boxes, get 10% off. 4...
20% off 4 boxes. This merchant strikes a fair bargain. One might as well give some to Morax and Ping, too. Then 4 shall suffice.
I see. Are you intending to give these as gifts? If so, perhaps I can interest you in these exquisite
trying to
gift
swindle
sets.
her.
Look at the magnificent design. And the red ribbon gives quite the festive flair, don't you think? Such a gift would be sure to impress
Are you not
any
gonna
lucky
intervene,
friend
Traveler?
or family member.
10 boxes. Seems rather excessive. But if one factors in the conqueror of demons and one's disciples...
10. A nice round number, don't you think? Of course you do. I'll even shave a little extra off the price for you.
This guy's a swindler.
That is agreeable. One will... I will have these boxed up then.
Of course, right away.
Oh no.
I see you have quite the eye for fine items, mademoiselle.
God.
Perhaps some
This
of
is
my
just a
wares
nice
might
window.
also be of interest to you.
Introduce something.
I'm a toy merchant from Fontaine. You'll get nothing but the finest and most intricate clockwork toys Mora can buy here. Each one sure to be a source of endless amusement.
Ether, stop her. Traveler, whatever the fuck you call you.
Perhaps you could enlighten me then. When should said amusement be derived?
Well, that is, of course, best understood by playing with them yourself. If you could wait just a moment, I can bring one out and give you a demonstration.
I really hope there could be some, what's this?
There is no need for that.
Mademoiselle,
Give me your newest and finest model, and be sure to package it securely.
of course. Here you go. The instruction manual is...
I can do without, thank you. Many watchful eyes surround this place. If one were to be spotted purchasing a mechanical toy such as this, a child's plaything no less, it would only invite scandal. There is no harm in bringing it back to study in secret.
I should have it before Xenia notices. She probably already has.
Oh, Shenyan, did your shopping go smoothly?
She got swindled.
Naturally. One may not delight in social interactions, but that does not mean one lacks said faculties.
It seems like Xenia's easily swayed to buying things. That box looks fit to burst already. Oh,
And you too? Are you not here to purchase things?
We just haven't had time yet. It doesn't look like there are any kite stalls around Elong Wharf, but it does look like there are lots of goods from Fontaine.
makes sense seeing how close Fontaine is to this place.
You are also planning to participate in the kite flying competition then?
Also,
One means to say, you along with all the other youths. One has been
You're
entreated
competing,
to
aren't
share
you?
one's kite-making expertise, and indeed there was little one could do about such persistent supplication. One moment energetic and earnest, and dejected the next. One had no choice but to acquiesce to these requests, and thus, one will be organizing a kite-making workshop to provide personal instruction in this art form.
Oh, who will be participating then?
Shuyu, Shenhe, Ganyu, and Yayo.
Wow, that's quite a few people. Also, this is all pretty well, Xinyun, but it's not like you have to make your own kite to participate in the competition. You can just buy one ready-made and call it a day.
Ha! You speak of those equipped with the mechanical lifting device, do you not? Tis nothing but a crude piece of mortal machinery. The mechanism that one has developed was the fruit of millennia of meticulous study. Let us not speak of the source of the mechanism's power, but rather its structure. It is composed of materials as light as bamboo and as strong as iron. This composition grants it the lightness of weight to ascend into the sky and the durability to follow the wind for many a mile. It is built with a series of intersecting rods that... Never mind. It is unlikely the two of you will understand, even should one expend the effort to explain. One is better off saving one's breath.
It sure seems like you want to talk about it, though.
So, will you be attending the workshop or not?
Huh? Wait, you've been trying to invite us this entire time?
Seems interesting.
All right then. No need to prepare the materials in any case. One has it all sorted. Arrive at Mount Outsong in 2 days. I shall be expecting you around midday.
Are you leaving? Don't you want a guard to help you with that big box of yours?
Surely you jest. One goes as one pleases. For what reason would one need to rely on another?
It can float? What kind of invention is that?
She makes a lot of
One
people
calls it the floating toting device.
float. That is a whole... I don't know if that's a horrible name, but
Huh.
not the most
She
creative
seems
one.
pretty proud of that one. Look at her walk down the street. She seems so confident, but everyone around her is looking at her all funny. Paimon wonders... never mind. But anyway, that box of hers seems to be full of those mechanical lifty thingamabobs. Not that Paimon was peeking or anything. She just, got a bit unsteady for a second and accidentally brushed the embroidery on top.
That's
And wouldn't you know it, all the stuff inside almost came bursting out. Paimon even went out of her way to keep it all together.
We're probably looking for something to steal or some food. Yeah, what will I do? What will I do about you, Paimon?
All Paimon say is that Shenyun sure does try hard to save face.
And what are you doing
What
right
did
now?
she call it again? A crude piece of mortal machinery? Paimon bet she just can't wait to take it apart and see how it's made.
That does sound like something she would do.
Totally. We should probably act like we didn't see anything, though. You know, in consideration of her feelings and all.
I'm pretty sure you're the one
After
who saw
all,
it.
that is the propriety with which one should comport oneself. When it comes to an elder, right?
Quest completed. Okay, that was just the first part of the quest. Jeez. Right, I never finished it first way through. Okay, how much am I? Give me a perfect. I would switch up my fucking where I get my commissions from, but it's just like this Mondstadt's like compared to the other areas, it's so much smaller and compact where it's like I just have to go in like these select few areas. And they're usually easier to do. Meanwhile, Liyue, you've got like all this area around here. Plus, I imagine there's some over here now. So it's gotten even bigger. Sumeru, I shouldn't even have to explain why I wouldn't want to do commissions here because of how big the place is. Fontaine, I've done like one thing set of commissions there before. I might change it up. Nope. Let me see here. What's this? Okay. Okay. Let me see here. A Wangshan walk to remember. Now, following the third's invitation, you arrive at the legendary place where the treasure of the Guha clan is located in Wangshan Hall. Let me see where this is. That's over here. I feel like that's just a regular quest, not related to it. Before I get on, I want to check this thing here. Okay, this does have something. Okay. But yeah, every week, guys, make sure you use this dinghy. Can I use like a... Let's see here. How much of these do I have to burn? I just use these things. Actually. Do I still have all those fucking tea leaves, don't I? Huh. The fuck are they? I just can't see them because my eyes suck. Oh well. Enough dilly-dallying, or... Wait, were those local specialties by chance? Yeah, fuck it. Just gonna use these these thingies. God damn it. Initiation. Throwing me off, 'cause I'm switching between this game and Persona 3. You reload it, it's like what you do is a confirm selection.
Whirling snow!
It's like Persona's like the X, but in this game more often than not it's like either square or triangle, so it often confuses me. You know, I switch back and forth between the two. Okay, nice Mora, nice that. Okay. Cool, I got some weapon enhancing materials because I've been trying to level up my weapons. And okay, how long do I dilly-dally? Not super long, thankfully. But yeah, I feel like if I've ever had set my account for someone to do like count review, like someone like Jeff or any other big, more seasoned players, they'd probably have a field day with me. The A, because a lot of my decisions I made are probably regrettable. I skipped a lot of banners I probably should have, because like at the time I started playing, I wasn't caring too much about like the abyss. I wasn't clearing it. I skipped a lot of banners I probably shouldn't have skipped, or at least pulled on more. If I knew how good they were at the time when I started playing, which was I'm not gonna show one. Let me see here. When did I start playing? If I scroll down far enough, I should. Yeah. So I was at 61 days. Jeez. But yeah, I got beat when I first started playing. So let's see here. Last year on back in anyway, February, March, back in April. April last year. So the banners that were currently going on at the time were Nahida and Nilu reruns. At least I think they're reruns. And I did not pull on them nearly as much. I did not pull on those at all, really. Well, I think I pulled on them like 10 to 20 times, actually. Not exactly wholeheartedly enough to try for anything. Plus, when I found out that, like, Ganyu here was going to be, like, on the next rerun, have a rerun after that, part 2 of that patch, I'm just like, yeah, I'm waiting for her.
Beautiful treasures are a cause for great happiness.
I saw her plenty of fan art, so I'm just... and I heard that she was good, too, so I'm like, fuck it, I'll go wait for her. It said 2 days, I believe, right? Then I got her, and she definitely helped out quite a bit. But I don't think it was until, like, it took me a decent amount of time before I actually started caring about clearing the abyss, really. And started experimenting with teams. I know they say just to get yourself, like, 2 teams you can use the abyss. I think at this point I'm just like... teams I got, I can at least get to the first 2 things of the abyss. Okay. But it's like... I sometimes struggle with the 11. With the Chamber 11, because sometimes it's like... I get like the first part just fine, but then I get to the second part where it's the second chamber and the 11th one, I'm just like, oh god. You can see where my...
I've never had dim sum at Shinue Kiosk before, but it should be quite the feast for sure.
You say so, Paimon.
Ooh, and that's Paimon's stomach right on cue telling her it's time to go find Gami. Let's go!
Where do I have to go, exactly? Where the fuck is it? Oh, it's all the way back over in Liyue Harbor. And from what I have now, I definitely do not go. What I have now is not enough to get me through fucking. Get me enough through the 12th thing, the 12th chamber, or the 12th layer.
Next on the agenda.
Most of my artifacts I have my characters aren't crazy. They're just, I think mine are just, I think the ones I have are probably just serviceable at the very least.
Oh, you're here early. I just ordered. The food should be out in a second. Sit down, sit down.
Let's all take a seat.
Here, hand me your cups.
Oh, thank you.
Wait, you weren't supposed to drink that, Paimon. That was for you to rinse your utensils.
That's a thing?
As you talk, piping hot dim sum dishes arrive at the table after another. Just when you think that's all the food has been delivered, the hostess brings you over a enormous bowl of seafood how do you pronounce that? Congee?
Wow, so much delicious food. Do you really eat all this just for breakfast?
That's just how we do it where I'm from. Most of the time, though, I don't eat lunch after dim sum.
Oh, that's good to hear. Paimon doesn't need to worry about holding back then.
Eat, eat. If it's not enough, we can always order more. Oh, and there's tong soy coming as well. I don't usually have that in the morning, but, well, since everyone's here, I just had to order it. What about you, traveler? Is the food to your liking? Want some more seafood congee? Let me refill your bowl.
Congee, okay. That would be great, thanks.
Paimon's gonna take you up on that. Fill it up nice and full and make sure she gets a few extra shrimp. Thanks!
I'll say it again. Gaming and Yoimiya, they need to meet. And pick up the chopsticks and begin to dig in. Each dish tastes exquisite and is uniquely flavorful. You slowly start to relax and enjoy the pleasant conversation over a satisfying meal. And that goes on until even Paimon can't eat another bite.
So full. That meal was so satisfying, it even gave Paimon some extra brain juice.
Not
Oh,
insane.
listen. Paimon's figured it out.
Yeah, what
Let's think about this for a second, Gaming. You invited us to this awesome restaurant and ordered a whole table full of expensive dim sum just for the three of us. Well, you must be hiding the fact that you're some young master from a rich family. That would explain why you try to keep your friends and family away from each other.
Are you confusing me with Xingqiu?
Huh? You know Xingqiu? You sure know a lot of people.
Well, when you're on the road as much as I am, you hear all sorts of rumors. Sometimes they're true, sometimes they're not. What it comes down to is being able to tell the difference. More often than not, that means knocking on some doors to find out for yourself.
Well, Xingqiu seems like he's not exactly someone not known to Liyue.
Oh, you truly are a man of many talents, young Master Gaming.
Okay, enough with the teasing. Sorry to burst your bubble, Paimon, but you're wrong about my family situation.
What? Oh, Paimon thought she was onto something there.
My dad is just an ordinary tea merchant. Small scale stuff, you know? It wouldn't even make sense to mention his business in the same breath as the Feiyun Commerce Guild. My dad, he always wanted me to inherit the family business, to be a merchant like him. But that's just not who I am. It's not who I ever wanted to be.
Gaming always seems so happy and carefree. This is the most serious I've seen him. This talk must be very important to him.
Have you ever talked to him about it? You know, about your interests and aspirations and stuff.
Of course I have. I told him I wanted to be a wushu dancer. That I wanted all of Tevat to see what I could do. According to my dad, though, that wasn't a real job. Just a child's pipe dream.
Typical answer.
Oh, that's terrible.
I'm sure he thought I would come around eventually, but Wushu dancing has always been the only thing I wanted to do. One day, he tried to get me to visit some other tea merchants to start building the right relationships, but I refused to go. We got into a huge fight. We were this close to throwing hands.
Oh boy.
In the end, I was so angry that I ran away from home. I haven't been back since. Don't get on my
That
case
explains
just
how you
yet,
were trying
okay?
to avoid them.
It's not like I think I'm completely without fault. No, I know that it wasn't the right way to go about things. But my dad's stubborn. No matter how hard I tried to convince him, it just went in one ear and out the other. There was no changing his mind.
I wonder when it comes to the parents, which one is usually worse for having like that goes in one ear out the other and doesn't really give a shit what you think? Which one usually is worse for having it most frequently though? Mothers or the fathers?
I knew talking would only get me so far, but if I made it big in Liyue Harbor, the results could speak for themselves.
Coming.
But I'm sure you both already know how that's going. Wushu dancing's just not that big in Liyue Harbor. In the past, I would go door to door from store to store, asking if they would be interested in hiring a performer. Most times, I wound up eating nothing but humble pie. And you can't just rely on dreams to put food on the table, right? So I found a job as a guard to make some money. And now I have enough to get by and then some. Still, change takes time. Gotta take it slow, you know?
Paimon understands.
Okay, enough of all that serious talk. Our tea's getting cold. Ooh, let's do something fun this afternoon. What do you say, huh? I'll organize.
Actually, we kinda already have plans this afternoon. We told Xianyun that we would go to her kite-making workshop.
Oh?
Are you interested in kite-making, Gaming?
Oh, no. It's just that I happen to know Auntie Xianyun.
Do you not know who she really is, Gaming?
Oh, I know that she's an Adeptus. I met her during a delivery once. But hasn't she been in the city lately? She's even tried, with some limited success, to change her terms of self-address or something like that.
Oh god, that'd be a hard habit to break.
She came to see me a few days ago to ask about luminescent dyes. Oh, wait a second. She doesn't plan on putting those on a kite, does she?
Is that not something you can do?
It's one thing to use it on cloth, but applying it to paper is another matter entirely. Why couldn't she tell me what she wanted them for?
Yeah, she does seem to have trouble with that sometimes.
It would be such a shame if everyone worked so hard on their kites only for them to get ruined in the end. Okay, I'll go with you. If Auntie Xianyun wants to use those dyes on a kite, the formula will need to be changed.
Great! The more the merrier!
A cloud sea appeal, a brilliance revealed. Alright, go to Mount. I'm never gonna try and pronounce that thing. But yeah, trying to get Cloud Retainer to lose that change the way she speaks. I feel like that's like that'll be like trying to get a foreigner to lose their accent. And I know a lot of people don't believe me when I say I'm Korean, but it's because I don't have an accent. they think I sound like a regular Caucasian person you'd find in America somewhere. Where it's kind of funny to hear that reaction, honestly.
Let's play! Yahoo!
Yahoo! How high up is this thing again? God damn it. This one little place I can just slowly vault my way up with. Okay, Cowabunga! Hey, yeah, Venti's definitely want to level up some. I don't need to level this bow up of his, because I think this, oh, look who we have here. This is the first time I've seen Yao Yao in the story cutscene. Oh, she's in the bridge of falling asleep.
Ganyu! Come on, wake up! So
Yeah, this is the. Yep, I wouldn't be seeing this here if I've ran into her in a thing before. Youngest disciple of the streetward Rambler, which I believe is who they call Madame Ping. She's gentle and considerate, treating others with sincerity and generosity, and is always actively taking on the responsibility of others. She is a gifted and enthusiastic learner, and though she's quite young and sometimes plays harmless pranks, she will surely grow into a erudite woman in time, whatever the fuck that
Hello,
means.
friends.
My god. Take a vacation, damn it.
Ganyu!
Oh, I have some mint oil. Perhaps we should try that. A guest at Wanmin Restaurant recommended it to me. I've tried it. Its stimulative effects are much stronger than what can be achieved from chewing on mint leaves alone.
Wake up!
Apologies in advance.
What are you doing?
Wait! Shenhe! Not there!
The horns. You see Shenhe take a small green bottle, extract some mint, smelling like a Python use horns. And the pilot will look out in shock, mouths the game, but you're not stop her in time. What the fuck?
See? It worked. She's awake.
Are you okay, Ganyu? Do you need some water? Or maybe something to eat?
I'm fine. I just feel chilly all over.
Huh. Was it that effective?
Chilly, huh? Master always says a cool head leads to a calm heart. So, does this mean that heat's what we need to help you, Ganyu?
I think what she needs is some time off from work.
Paimon doesn't think that's what the expression means exactly.
Does she even know we're here yet?
I feel a bit better now. Was I asleep? Must have been around the time I usually take my midday nap.
Did you not sleep last night? That does seem to happen to you often. Perhaps you should come work at Wanmin Restaurant with me. We get off at 10 on the dot every night without fail.
I could never. I'm sorry. I seem to have missed your name. You are...
Me? My name is Gaming. I work as a guard for the Secure Transport Agency.
Gaming. The name sounds familiar. I believe I've heard your name mentioned around the Ministry of Civil Affairs. People tell me you're an extremely enthusiastic worker, and you are very generous with your help.
Well, you know me. Or, I guess you don't.
My name is Ganyu. This is Shenhe, and this is Yao Yao.
It's an honor to finally meet you all. Oh, you must be here for Auntie Xianyun's kite-making workshop, right?
Yes. I have neither made nor flown a kite before. As long as Master is willing to teach, I am willing to learn.
Me too. I want to participate in the kite flying competition with my best friend.
Are they not even gonna question, like, him calling her auntie?
Plus, it's more meaningful if you make the kite yourself, right? Your best friend didn't come with you? Well, Chi-Chi's been super busy helping Dr. Baiju lately. I'll meet up with her later and give her a huge surprise. Oh, I also brought bandages and ointment with me today. It's easy to cut yourself when working with bamboo, so I thought I should come prepared.
Would it be easier to cut yourself on that or paper?
Wow, you're really thoughtful.
As for myself, I'm afraid I lack some of my companion's enthusiasm. I was originally planning to buy a ready-made kite and just enjoy the festive city atmosphere with everyone. But Cloud Retainer is always going out of her way to look after her juniors, wanting us to have the best there is. She always puts us before herself. It was so thoughtful of her to arrange this workshop, so I simply couldn't let such consideration go to waste. My motivation for being here might be a little different, yes, but I'm ready to put in just as much effort as everyone else.
I think sometimes you put a little too much effort in your day-to-day life. Need
Well,
a break.
we're all here, but where the heck is Xianyun? Shouldn't she be here by now?
Who is it that speaks of oneself in such an ill-tempered tone?
Oh, come on! You clearly heard Paimon!
Master stopped to buy grilled tigerfish to share with everyone. Come get it while it's still warm.
Sure you. Then seeing you again. For those who don't know, she was in the Genyan's character quest. I really wish I didn't fuck up with the recording of that, because I did a lot of that, because I want to post down here.
Oh, Paimon, sorry, Miss Illuminated Bird! Paimon always knew you were the smartest, coolest, and prettiest to get this. Someone as wonderful as you is sure to have brought enough for Paimon as well, right?
Paimon's eyes! Konotina sets down her bag while Shiryu hands out the grilled fish. As everyone begins to talk, lively conversation fills the usually tranquil environment of Mount House. Whatever the fuck. I will say one thing about her character quest. That'd be the second time I think Genshin's made me cry made me cry, or at least tear up.
So delicious. Paimon's life is complete.
It appears that we've ended up with quite a few participants indeed. Go ahead and divide yourselves into small groups. The materials are over here. The regular dyes and luminescent ones have been clearly marked. Use them as you see fit. As for how to make the kite, one assumes you all made sure to listen to the instructions one provided while we were eating. Yes? Are there any questions?
Paimon may have focused a little too hard on the eating and less on the listening.
I'll be able to make it anyway.
Paimon knew she could count on you, Traveler.
Jeez.
One will wait under this tree and avail oneself of the cool air while one digests. Do not hesitate to seek one's company if you have any trouble, questions, or simply want to chat.
We're not in any hurry to get started. Why don't we go see what the others are up to?
Wasn't Gamin gonna say she needed to change the composition of the luminescent dye or whatnot, or whatever it's called? Well, sure you. I haven't seen you in a while.
Hey, Gaming, want to team up?
Huh? I have to participate? I thought I'd be done for the day after adjusting the dye formula.
You're that unenthused by kite making, huh? That doesn't seem like you.
No, it's not that. It's just... it would take too long to explain. I guess I'll just make one then. What shape should we go with? How about a butterfly?
Butterfly that symbolizes the desire for freedom. Perhaps that's also what Gamin's searching for.
What do you think, Shuyu? Is there a particular design you want?
I want a Swanee!
That might be a little hard to pull off.
The fuck is Swanee?
True, but I still want to try. They're super cute.
Okay, it's decided then.
What the fuck is a Swanee? Is it something I don't... Something in game? I do not remember seeing... No, I do not know what Swanee is.
Shenhe, it would be great if you could refrain from putting things on my horns from now on. They're really quite sensitive.
Yep.
I see. My apologies. I shall remember that in the future.
Thank you. No harm done.
Good.
Okay, a Swanee is apparently one of those things you can run into in the new area, I guess.
Could I touch them just once more, though? No oil or anything this time. I've just always wondered what Miss Ganyu's horns feel like.
Oh god, poor Ganyu.
Huh? Please, I told you. Just call me Ganyu. Well, all right. Just be gentle.
Why do I feel like some people would make some fanfic stuff from this scene here? I'm scrolling through fanfic.net. I can see it doesn't take much to get some inspiration for shit sometimes.
Firm to the touch with no discernible temperature. Oh, not unlike certain medicinal plants I've eaten before.
Don't eat them! Don't eat them!
Still, Ganyu appears to be shaking like a cat whose whiskers have just been touched. I should stop.
Poor Ganyu.
I see. Then I'll apply the oil to your forehead next time.
Oh, no need. I'll just refrain from taking afternoon naps outdoors. Anyway, we should probably get started on our kite. It won't be long before Cloud Retainer comes to check on our progress. Perhaps we should just choose the most traditional style.
Okay.
Well, they seem to be getting along swimmingly. Let's not disturb them.
Alrighty, what did we got with these two?
Auntie Cloud Retainer, look! Am I doing it right?
Very good. Your frame is nice and sturdy. This design, is it a finch?
Yep.
One is looking forward to seeing your finished product.
What color are you going to make it, Yao Yao? I haven't decided yet. If I make it blue, it'll be more like my friend. But if I make it gold, it'll be more like me.
If you are asking for one's own opinion, one would advise choosing gold. When giving a gift, the key consideration is the recipient's feelings, is it not? One imagines your friend would much prefer a kite that reminds them of you.
Why not use both? Blue and gold seem like doesn't sound like a bad color combo.
Oh, hey, I never told you the kite was for Chi-Chi. How did you know?
With age comes wisdom, child. One simply has a way of knowing things.
Oh, cool. Thanks, Auntie Cloud Retainer. I'm gonna start painting it gold right now.
Good. One will watch. You two seem strangely unoccupied. One was under the impression that one was supposed to be doing the relaxing. Is your kite finished?
Paimon's face.
Oh, we actually haven't started yet, but we're going to start, right now.
Why? What was gonna happen if you didn't?
We should get started on our kite now. Let's go.
Kite ahoy.
First, we have to decide on the shape.
Oh my
Hey,
god.
what are you laughing at?
Oh dear. Are we gonna make one based on Paimon? Oh my god. There's like a Paimon.
Oh, that's not a completely crazy idea. If nothing else, a Paimon-shaped kite could at least make sure you never get lost on your travels and always find the tastiest food and funnest things to do wherever you go. Maybe we're not exercising enough artistic license. Ooh, we should exaggerate this a bit. How about this? The word Paimon means the guardian angel of travelers.
You build the kite stream according to Cloud Retainer's instructions. This looks like a new fucking chat emoji.
Now, what expression should we give her, since the kite is going to be flying super high in the sky?
What? What the fuck do I do?
Oh, Paimon totally didn't do anything wrong. And even if she did, she doesn't deserve to get shot up into the sky for it. Something like this, then.
Let me rethink this.
Since the kite is going to be...
Okay, I was hoping I could just see something. See, like, what it looked like before. I'm just gonna stick with this.
Paimon totally didn't do anything wrong. And even if she did... Now that we've decided, let's make it happen. It's done! Paimon has to say. Kai Paimon might even rival real Paimon in terms of cuteness. Now we just have to attach the string, right?
What does this look like?
All right, gather around, everyone.
Frog.
Oh, Shenyun's calling us.
Let one take a look.
We're even gonna see them yet. Let me see.
Wow! Ganyu and Shenhe made a scissor-tailed swallow. It's so pretty.
And they use Cloud Retainer's colors.
Yep. The coloring makes it look a lot like Master.
If the tail wasn't split in two like that, it might even be a spitting image. If you look closely, there are a few spots where the colors go outside the lines. Did you doze off while painting it, Ganyu?
I did the painting.
Oh.
I stared at the paper for quite some time, but I simply could not recall the coloring of any bird. Except Master. Or should I say that I'm too familiar with her crane form? Even when she stands before us in human form, all I can see is blue and white.
I mean, she does have that on her, aside from the black of her tights, whatever the fuck you... I don't know what you call that clothing, fuck.
Oh, well, now that you mention it, Paimon can see it too.
Exactly. So I simply closed my eyes and painted from memory.
No way.
That's good memory.
You can paint with your eyes closed? Wow, the disciples of Adepti really are something.
You are most filial, Shenhe. One is flattered by the likeness.
The Swanee that Gaming and Shuyu made looks very majestic. I'm sure it'll look even more impressive as it soars through the sky.
The eyes and ears glow in the dark, so you're sure to see it at night. Your golden finch is cute too, Yao Yao.
It's all thanks to Auntie Cloud Retainer's guidance.
What about your kite, Traveler?
Oh, God. That's that looks so horrible!
Very Paimon-like indeed.
Oh my god, this fucking shit. I like it. This makes me think of this one cutscene I missed from an old event where it's like, yeah, where a traveler paints a portrait of Paimon in front of Albedo. It's fucking funny.
Why do you say that, Shenhe?
That one time the traveler suspected that a piece of meat was missing from their bowl, that was the exact expression on your face.
That must have been from an old event I missed, fuck.
Is that something that happened?
So it was you.
Is that the Jade Chamber?
Oh?
There's no breeze past the Jade Chamber just toward everyone's feet. What is this here?
Who dares attempt such a flagrant display of impropriety by releasing a kite into one's territory without one's permission? Oh, and to do so by making use of this crude piece of mortal machinery. One simply must know who it is that possesses such impertinence. Continue attaching the strings, everyone. One will be but a moment.
Wasn't that the thing that Kitching was gonna make?
Cloud Retainer! Traveler, Paimon, could I trouble you to go after Cloud Retainer?
Master's going to be okay, right?
I'm more worried about the person who released the kite.
Wasn't that what Kitching was gonna
There's
do?
wind up ahead. Looks like we can glide over.
Oh my god. I got the fucking god. What the fuck? Alright, Kawabunga. I hope my laughing doesn't peak the mic so much. Probably helps I have Venti doing this, because I can use that pass ability of his. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but fucking the voice actor, Venti's voice actor or actress, I guess, Erica Harlacher, I think her name was. I forgot what I probably butchering that, but she did a little thing where she did like the song cover for using Venti's voice. It was pretty good.
This Fontanian device of mechanical motion is quite curious indeed.
Now is hardly an opportune time for your musings. Someone among us was not sufficiently attentive, and now the kite has vanished.
Okay, these two...
Calm yourself. Do you have any recollection of its last location?
One believes it drifted in the direction of Mount Outsong.
Uh-oh.
Perhaps it is mere happenstance, but one feels a certain sense of dread at the thought.
Uh-oh.
Your concern is misplaced, surely. Cloud Retainer is either in the city looking after her disciples, or secluded in her abode attending to her research. She will not notice that kite.
If only you
On the
do.
subject of said kite, however, one simply must remark on the genius of its windless lift technology. One cannot help but surmise that its ingenuity rivals that of Cloud Retainer's creations.
Still thy tongue. If Cloud Retainer were to hear you profess such a thing, we can both say farewell to any further use of the Supreme Cuisine Machine.
Supreme Cuisine Machine?
One presumes that this kite belongs to you.
Uh-oh.
Huh?
She noticed!
Regard the situation with which we are now confronted. This is all your fault.
One's fault. One seems to recall that releasing the kite was no solitary endeavor. Say something, Mountain Shaper. Surely you can think of something to appease her.
Further explanation shall only fan the flames of her wrath. It would be better to stay silent and retire at the earliest opportunity.
Oh my god! What actually is the higher... what actually is the pyramid of power between these three?
We can hardly avoid her forever. That may suffice during Lantern Rite. But what about the Moon Chase Festival? Sooner or later, she will discover our true identity.
Hello?
Go retrieve the kite.
Absolutely not. You retrieve it.
What the fuck is this?
That is not our kite.
Oh, so an adeptus such as oneself is mistaken then?
Ah, you're an Adeptus? Please forgive us for any impropriety.
He's trying so hard to change his voice mannerisms.
I truly possess no inkling of who could have released a kite into your esteemed domain. Pray, who could be responsible for such wanton behavior?
It sounds like he's trying so hard to not speak like this.
Verily, verily, we were but delighting in the surrounding scenery. This locale is home to such exquisite... mint!
Mint!
Well, and if that's all, then we'll just be on our way.
We finally caught up. You sure do fly fast in your illuminated bird form, Shinyan. Mooncarver? Mountain Shaper? What are you doing here?
Uh-oh. Busted.
You!
She...
Okay, now Paimon's getting a weird vibe. Did she say something wrong?
You always do, Paimon.
It is of no consequence. Long has one seen through their disguises. One was simply curious as to how long they would keep up the act.
Then you are not angry?
She probably is.
How could one feel anger at the sight of two old friends enjoying themselves? One is also well aware of how enticing these city novelties can be.
We were simply consumed by a fit of festive spirit. Seldom do we get the opportunity to partake in the delights of the times. However, we are far from being as adept as you in matters that require a deftness of hand. No worthy kite could be born of our own making. Thus, we could only take the convenient route, so to speak.
Your prowess in mechanics is unparalleled, Cloud Retainer. You wield the wind and waves themselves. Your singular talent stands unmatched across the land. Of the...
One has guests to attend to. We will have to convene again some other time. Traveler, Paimon, do try to keep up.
Fly away.
We're leaving already? All this flying from place to place is wearing Paimon out.
It seems that one's concern was misplaced after all.
Then, should we continue flying the kite?
A splendid suggestion, but it would be advisable to change locations.
Perhaps your mountain would suffice? It is more than spacious enough.
A fine idea. A fine idea indeed.
Let's see, what's the time stamp on this thing? Time mark. 54 minutes. Yeah, it's a good place to call this episode here. Then we can carry on to the next part. Hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for part 3, or day 3 as I call it.